Hello. Huskies back again with more Minnesota Wild GM mode, franchise mode commentary. Last time we did the offseason for our second season. It was rather interesting. We parted ways with a rather big piece of the Minnesota team in real life in Zach Parise, bringing back Mark Scheifele, I think a draft pick? I don't remember exactly. We had a very disappointing year too. Didn't make the playoffs, ended fourth from last or something in the standings. Ended up getting the first overall pick, which I don't remember what we used it on. Yeah, I just know he has elite potential. So it was a good pick. I'm happy with it. There was major roster turnover after the first season, and it hurt us last year. The whole Zetterberg and Tatar deal. Tatar's still on the team. Zetterberg was dealt last season to cap issues for Miller and Hayes and Peary. It's team's largely the same. A couple free agent acquisitions in Evander Kane, David Perron, Cogliano, Booth. Our offenses we're good across the board. Like we should be able to score. I brought in a couple snipers to help with the scoring woes that we had last season. Actually, speaking of that, I have Fontaine Scratch, who is a sniper. I'm gonna put him instead of McCulloch. We're gonna move him up to the third line. Our defense is still stacked, I feel at least. Fallen. He's an 81. He's not the worst in the world, but Dumba, Suter, Brodin, Riley. Riley's still got another year of development. Same with Brodin. So they'll probably cap out at 86 and hopefully 85. Dumba will cap out at 87. Suter's capped at 81. So we're still pretty well off defensively. Dubnyk in net. Darcy. Man, see it. Now I have to put him through waivers. I have a rookie goaltender. Yeah, I guess rookie's the way to put it. Who I want as my backup because Kempfer is just not cutting it. Where is he? This guy. Someone's gonna claim Kemper. Yeah, they've got to. But using this, if I look at my, I'll go back to my edit lines. It's easier to look there. Starting lineups, goalies should be good. Yeah, this Kakinen. I don't know how much longer Dubnyk's gonna stay with the team. He's got a really team-friendly deal. He only makes 4.3 for 3 more years. He is 32. He'll start to decline once he hits 34 or 35. Hopefully this kid can step right in. If not, I'll have to find something else. Do I still have Fontaine? No. Auto did it again. We'll look at the AHL. I have DePrincat, Eriksson, Bersh. Oh, no, where is... No, again. I had all this set up before I started the video so that I wouldn't have to do this. All lines. Vesalainen, Eriksson, and DePrincat, those are my... And Fogel. Those are my big 4 prospects, I guess you could say. I have a couple other ones in the system. I don't have any defensive prospects whatsoever. At least not AHL quality. And goaltenders are real kind of. We're gonna put him first. I have a couple guys in the system that'll turn into something eventually. Like I said, I had the first and the third pick. So if I look at my contracts, in the system, I have sort by potential. I have these two kids. Vesalainen, this Sudwork was the first overall pick that I took this past year. Vesalainen I grabbed with one of my extra picks. Same with DePrincat. These two, Kabanov was a pick this year. Sokolov, I don't remember if I drafted him or somebody else did. Fogel was somebody I had when I started. So I have a decent prospect pool. I'm hoping that these two really turn into something. But yeah, that's a look at the team. I'm not entirely sure what to expect. In terms of our owner goals, we're a playoff hopeful, so if we make it, great. If we don't, oh well. I would personally like to get back to the playoffs. I think we have a team that can do it. Yeah, I upgraded the team store before I started the video. I mean, I think we're going to run into another issue of not being able to score. That's kind of why I brought in Evander Kane, sniper on the first line to play with Tatar and Scheifele. Tatar being a two-way player and Scheifele being a playmaker. Ideally with Evander Kane, he'll just be there to score, maybe put up 40 goals on the year. We haven't had that one guy really shine. We've had a lot of depth scoring. Last year we had a lot of no scoring whatsoever. But yeah, I really want to make the playoffs. I think we have a team to do it. But again, we're just not. I might have to mess with my strategy. Maybe that'll change something. Because I don't know what else to do in terms of deals. Like, I feel like my team is solid. I traded one of the two big. Excuse me, sorry. I traded one of the two big contracts that I had in Parise. I still have Suter, who's arguably much more worth the value. Parise at 8 years for $8 million was atrocious. Scheifele 6 years at $6 million. He's younger. He's better. He's got higher point production. As it was cap relief, really. Parise had 12 goals in 82 games playing on the first line. That's not going to cut it. So that's why he got outed. 9-5-2. We're off to a decent start here. A lot of close games. I'm still not thrilled with all the goals we're scoring. Through the month of November, we're averaging probably 3 goals a game, which probably a little lower now. But we're winning games. Like, we're 12-5-2. I really can't complain. Just means we're getting just enough scoring. I'll be interested to look at the stats, because this is by far the highest scoring season we've had so far in terms of our team. But at the same time, that's 2 shutouts in a week span. I don't care. There's no RFAs that I qualified that were worth anything. Not this year, at least. But if I were to go back to November, there were 2 shutouts or several 1 goal against games. So I mean, we're 15-6-2. This team is flowing right now. A shootout loss to Winnipeg. Now we're scoring too. This is nice. We look like a. This is the team I expected year 1. We're 18-6-3. We're not giving up goals. We're scoring. I say that as we get shut out 2-0, but that's just the way it goes. Oh, view owner goals. I'm assuming, yeah, we're a contender now. 85% of the season tickets make it to the first round of the playoffs. That's much easier. My initial primary goal, I didn't show it because I'm silly and forgot, was to acquire a first round pick. I already have 2 of them. I really don't need them, so I'm glad that got changed. But now it's a must-make playoff this time. I have to make the playoffs, and and we're gonna do this now. And now we're hopeful because we lost the game. This is my big gripe with GM mode, is this whole owner goal thing can really get broken. Like, I can have those goals changed 4 times in a month. Alright, we just 4 straight games, we only scored 1 goal in each. Oh, we scored 2 goals. We're getting closer to the stat look. We're really cooled off offensively. We were 18-6-4 or 5. Now we're 19-12-6. We really struggled there. We lost what, 1, 3, 5, 7. We lost 9 of 10. 8 of those being in a row after the exact opposite. Hopefully the little run we had prior puts us in a good spot. Alright, we're the wild card right now, but we're only 5 points behind first. Thomas Tatar leads the team with 32 points. Alright, 32 points in 37 games is pretty good. JT Miller's got 23 points, but see, look, this drop off is huge. Kane's only got 7 goals. We've got a lot of depth scoring again. Okay, so I can't really be upset at this. Nobody's a terrible minus. Goalies. Dubnyk 17 and 9. He's got a 2.0 goals against, 932 saves. Like, Dubnyk's playing fantastic. Backup struggling a little bit, but a little bit of growing pains. Oops. Let's see what the NHL leaders are. Tatar should be near the top in points for the league. Entire league. Wow, Noah Haffinen, 36. He's a 90 overall. Wow. Connor McDavid, that's expected. Michael Soderberg, interesting. Carlson, Grigorenko. There's a couple of interesting names up here. Alright, so I mean, he's not the highest up there, but he's at least up there. Really, Noah Haffinen, 36 points, 37 games as a defenseman. Interesting. What's Dubnyk's goals against average for the rest of the league? It should be near the top, I would assume. Hope I see a mark under Fleury a bit lower. Holtby's got a 187, Fleury's got a 196, and then Dubnyk's third. So we've got the third best goaltender, ideally, in terms of goals against. But we just don't score. Or at least not this last little stretch. 2.49 for 2.19 against. Like, our power play is good. Our penalty kill is atrocious. We're 1-6-3 in our last 10. Oh boy, I think we were like 8-2-0 in our previous 10. So I'm gonna tweak the lanes here a little bit. I don't want to change it too much. I really don't have much I want to change. Put Fontaine on the second line. I'm actually gonna move Perry up to the third line. See if that helps anything, and I'm gonna mess with my penalty kill. Cogliano and Miller, Zucker and Perron. I don't want Perron down there. Who do I have there already? Cogliano? Cogliano's up there. Who don't I have? Oh, Scheifele. We'll go Scheifele and we'll leave Zucker there. No, we'll put Zucker back, I should say, sorry. Put Scheifele. I only have 2 centers on this team. Power play's doing fine, we'll leave that how it is. Goalies are doing fine. Yeah, I should be okay with this now. Yeah, alright, we'll see how that goes. That was a little more of a tweak than I expected it to be. Check the trade block. I really don't have anything I want to trade. But let's see what's out there. If there's anything worth anything. Anything worth anything. That's just silly. Nothing there. Nope. PA Parento. Oh. I don't need defense. Bobrovsky? Nah, he makes too much. Medvedev, Palmanville's still on the trade block. He's spent 2 years on the trade block in Detroit. UC Jokinen. UC Jokinen might be someone to look at for a rental. Camilleri as well. Sedin, that's another one. What's Sedin's trade value? It's not that high. Ooh. What does he make? Makes 5.6. Oh. Shit. Well, I have 2 seconds and 2/3. What does that put me at? Puts me close. I'd have to add a player. And this would easily this would be a rental. 100% would be a rental. Oh, there's nobody I want to give him. No, I think Sedin's too much. I don't want to give up my only first round pick. Who was the other one? UC Okinen. Oh, actually, let's try for Camilleri. What was their record? Holy shit, 10, 20, and 6. Camilleri still got pretty high trade value. They probably want young kids too. They're probably the same, yeah. Oh, I don't want to give up JT Miller. I don't want to give up any of these guys. And I feel like a second's not enough. Plus I'd be over to cap. Well, whose spot would he take? No, not Scandella. I wanted Eric Stahl, but I feel like that doesn't do anything for them. Oh, I'm giving up a lot there, actually. Give me a third. A third and Camilleri for Stahl and a second. Nice. Alright, so we brought in Camilleri. I didn't have any intention of really making a deal, but I think that really helps us. He pops in right to the first line, puts Kane in the second line. Yeah, I'm happy I made that move. Let's put Boot on the third line. Although now I have to change my penalty kill again. Shifley. Zucker. Why is Riley on the... No. There we go. And then I need to put Shifley here. Alright. We have video time-wise, 18 minutes. I'll sim a little bit more. Alright, so I have 3 third-round picks now. I'll sim to the AllStar Break, and then I'll end this video. Interested to see how this changes my team, because I feel like that's a real big offensive addition that we needed desperately. Just someone to score. Allows me to break up the... I have a score on the second line and a score on the first line. I haven't had that. At least not quality scorers, I should say. I don't need any trade offers. We're doing fine. Oh fuck, I gotta do the arena garbage. I'll probably have to fix everything. Everything else is good aside from these two. Repair. Repair. Alright. Back to the sim. Yeah, I mean, since making that trade, we're 4-0-0. 5-0-0. With a whole lot of offense. Oh, and then we get shut out 2-0. I always end up jinxing it. There's another win. Are we back to being a contender? Yep. Make round one of the, so make the playoffs. Yeah, so he expects us to make the playoffs. Until we lose 2 games, then he bumps it back to a hopeful, because I don't know. Yeah, we are rolling right now. I'm actually going to sim to February 1st. Want to see our full record in January. But we are on fire this month. That Camilleri trade, I think, really sparked this team. Oh yeah, absolutely. What was our record in that month? Oh my. 1, 2, 4, 5, 8. We were 10-1-0 that. Wow, that's nice. 10-0-1 in the month. Do a little look at the standing. I assume I'm first in the division now. Yeah, we're second in the division, 1 point behind the Hawks. Whew, man, that was a massive turnaround. Still a little struggling here on the points, but I feel we're doing real good. I mean, I'm sure Dubnik's stats are absurd. A 939 save percentage, a 178 goals against. Are you fucking kidding me right now? He leads the league in goals against, right? Oh, it's not even close. Well, save percentage. I would assume he leads the league in save percentage. Oh yeah. Wins, goals against, save percentage, shutouts. There's your early Vezina candidate right there. Alright, well I'm going to stop it there. We got a couple more months to go before hopefully start our playoff run. So keep an eye out for when I put that video up. It's usually every other day. Easiest way to keep track is to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, these videos are every other day. There's some NCAA mixed in there as well, depending on how often I play those. I think I'm going to stop this series at 6 or 7 seasons and start a new one. But I do intend to keep doing GM modes. I might get a little weird, do a fantasy draft one in there sometime, but we'll see. But either way, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.